So I'm Michael Cox. I have the honor of representing the Good Samaritan board here today. On behalf of the board and members of the Good Samaritan executive team, I want to thank you all for being here today for this celebration. This dream of having a food truck as part of the Good Samaritan program. Green and white is within hour. There are many people who over the decades have been a contributor to this, and so a lot of them will have a chance to, or several of them will have a chance to speak today. So this day would not have happened without the Women's Fund of Santa Barbara, who you see right. The moment this food truck tipped over from a dream to reality was the moment that the Women's Fund listened to Sylvia's pitch for this idea behind it. That really was the culminating event to bring it. Some of you know that there is another organization called Food for Good, and Food for Good actually focuses on the farm, the kitchen, food trucks. Actually has the benefit of having an advisory board, a small group of dedicated volunteers who have really been shepherding this process from the outset. They too deserve a round of applause, and you'll hear a little bit more about them. And finally, yeah, thank you. And finally, where would we be without Sylvia and her executive team? Exactly. I've never witnessed a group of folks so tireless in their dedication to the mission and the mission of this organization. GoodSam truly is, as an organization, it's a testament to a lot of individuals with the dedication to living out compassion and hope for people who need advocates. And it really is, as a board member, it's my privilege to be part of this organization and to see the manifestation of their work. So I'm going to invite a few people forward now to talk a bit more about the history that brought us to this moment. First among them is Glenn Batchelor, who is the founding member of the Food for Good Advisory Board.
Thank you, Michael. And I think Michael represented himself as being a board member of GoodSam, but he's also been on the advisory group that's been working with us, and he's done a lot of work behind the scenes in terms of this truck in particular. So let's give Michael a big hand. And there's one other person out here. Where's Mike? Brian Coriat. Where is he? Oh, there he is, right here. Brian has been a volunteer for this from the very beginning in an advisory group, and let's give him a hand. He's done an amazing amount of work. A few years ago, I was on the phone with Sylvia, and we were talking about all things homeless. And all of a sudden, she said to me, well, for about 20 years, I've had this dream. And I was like, oh boy, this is something different. And little did I know how different it would be. And she said, I'd like to have a farm. And I'm like, okay, this is different. And she said, well, let me explain it a little bit more. It's really food to table and jobs to housing. And once she said that, I just totally got it. I mean, really, we're going to have fresh, nutritious food for the needy, and we're going to have the homeless help us make it happen, and they're going to create greater skills and build their station in life. I mean, isn't that an amazing vision? She then said to me, how would you like to pull together a few people and put together a business plan for this? And I was so inspired by the vision, I readily said yes, got a few folks together, and we put together a business plan. And for any of you that's been involved in business planning before, I think you probably know that the most important thing is not the plan itself, it's really the execution of it and the implementation of it. And I'll tell you, between Sylvia and the Good Samaritan organization, they were like a force of nature on this project. I mean, they really just made things happen. I mean, first of all, they got a large funder to get off the ground. They obtained the land out in Lompoc in pretty quick fashion, found the perfect person to build out a farm. Built the first culinary kitchen in Santa Maria, then the second one in Isla Vista, and now the food truck, which really is a great opportunity to reach out to more population than we currently are reaching out to. And one little aside on the food truck in the name is that from the very beginning, day one, Sylvia had it in her head, we're going to have food trucks, number one, and we're going to call it the Good Sandwich. And it didn't matter if anybody else felt differently, we were going to do that. And of course she was right. And so, you know, here we are, and we're really excited about it. And I just want to say a couple more things, is that this program is really breaking the mold on how we address homelessness. And I think it's going to even further break the mold going forward, because this program is going to grow and grow and grow. I have no doubt about it. And why? Because, number one, it's incredibly unique in the scope of this program. Secondly, it's very, very creative. And the reach in terms of its impact is really limitless. And I think this food truck is a great example of what that reach is going to be. And so, you know, just the final thing I'll say is really the story here is that when Sylvia tells you that she's got a dream, you ought to listen. and secondly, when she's asked you to help out, do it readily, because I can guarantee you'll be inspired and you're almost for sure going to have a success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Glenn. That was fantastic. And the other Food for Good advice has also been terrific. I've learned so much working with these guys, and I'm really grateful for everything and for them allowing me to be part of what they're doing. So important, but there is that little factor called money, and so Santa Barbara, Carolyn Jabs to come up here. We could not have done this without someone recognizing Sylvia's passion, the reason why this exists, but also helping fund it. So I would like to ask, come up and say a few words and tell us about her and the Women's Fund. Thank you.
Thank you. This is terrific. What a wonderful turnout. The microphone, is this working or not? Yeah? Okay. Okay. It's my privilege to be here on behalf of the Women's Fund of Santa Barbara. I'm joined by quite a number of our board members and also by members of our research team, including the researcher who brought this project to us, Robin Masson. She apparently had one of these lunches with Sylvia where Sylvia laid it out and Robin said, let's see what we can make of this. So we're able to make this grant of $150,000 to Good Samaritan to purchase this food truck because Women's Fund is a collective giving circle. Over 20 years ago, our founders said, if we put our funds together, our philanthropic funds together, we can have more impact. And 1,451 women who pool their funds, $1.25 million. And as a result, we can make substantial grants to the nonprofits in our community that serve women, children, and families. Our members donate their time and their talents as well as their funds, and so almost everything, 94 cents of every dollar that our members donate goes into our grants pool and our educational programs, and that just means that our members are really know that what they give goes straight back into the community. And we regularly survey our members to ask them about what they regard as the critical needs in our community. And when they give us that information, then our research team goes to work to find nonprofits with needs. Our members get a ballot. They happen to be considering this year's ballot right this very minute. We meet in groups to talk about the projects on the ballot and to make really difficult decisions about who will receive grants in the coming year. And we will award those grants at the celebration of grants on May 13th, so stay tuned for this year's grants too. In deciding who will get a Women's Fund grant, our members they look for transformative projects that address those critical needs in our community, things like food security, housing, mental health, childcare, things that really matter to the well-being of vulnerable people in the community. And we ask tough questions. I mean, our researchers really do ask hard questions about how do agencies know that what they're asking us to fund will be effective, and how will they assess the impact of what they do. We look for really strong leadership, we look for sustainability, and we look for collaboration with other partners in the community. And the Good Sandwich food truck won the votes, and I have to say the hearts of Women's Fund members, because it checked every box. I mean, this is a high impact, practical project that addresses a critical need on multiple fronts. And it equips people who have struggled with real skills, culinary skills that will lead to stable long-term employment, and at the same time it provides nutritious, delicious food for members of the community. So this is just a win, 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 win. We're just as happy as we could be to be involved in this. I want to congratulate the Food for Good Advisory Board. This kind of project takes a lot of people pooling their talents and their vision to make things happen. Also, the entire team at Good Samaritan, everyone I've met is just remarkable in their dedication to what they're doing. For me, this food truck is a tangible reminder of the power of collective living that's at the heart of the Women's Fund. And so every time I see this truck, and I have the feeling it's going to be seen at a lot, I'm going to think about what is possible when people of goodwill pool their resources, their talents, their time, their funding. Together, we truly can make a difference and do great things for our community. So thank you all very much for being here, and thank you for the opportunity to participate.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much, Caroline. That was wonderful. And again, thank you to the Women's Fund for making this possible today. Next, I don't think I've any organization that Bernard. It's one of the great blessings of working with Good Samaritan to be part of the grace, love, and compassion that really embodies what Good Samaritan represents and its mission. So please join me in welcoming Sylvia to say a few words about what this day means to her.
So hopefully this will work. You guys can hear me. So I just want to, first of all, thank everyone for being here. I'm going to try not to cry because this is a big deal. But the Good Sandwich food dream has come true. It just, I had thought about this for a long time, and I'm so grateful. It was not because of Sylvie Bernard. It's because of Good Samaritan. It's the advisory group. It's our board of directors. I want to give a shout out to our executive team. Especially to Hector, our CFO, Hector Giron, and also to Donald Harden, who is our Assistant Director of Food for Good and our Executive Chef. They put a lot of work into making this happen, along with many, many others. I also want to give a shout out to Nancy Weiss. She's here, but she heard my dream a long time ago, and she's volunteered her time to see this come through, including the Hedges Kitchen. So there's a lot of angels in the room and in this space, and I really appreciate it. I want to thank the Women's Fund. Without this funding, the first truck would not have happened, so thank you so much. Thank you, Robin, for listening to me at the Daisy when I know that I sounded like I was, crazy, but I appreciated that you took that dream and that the Women's Fund supported it, so thank you so much for that. I also, really the vision of having the individuals that we serve to be able to get job training and then being able to provide opportunities of employment. Our first 2 employees of the food truck are here, and they are graduates of our program, and we're so incredibly proud of them. The other day, I called Spencer Cross from probation because oftentimes we always butt heads on stuff, and I'm like, hey, we have this awesome program. You have, people that have been really successful, and I want you to know that GoodSam is making a difference, and you guys are a part of that. And he was so excited for that. So I'm just super, super grateful for our partners at the county that are also going to allow us to park the food truck. That's what Ted Tiber just said, if he's still here. So we're excited to park that up there, but just really excited that this is going to be a big difference. It's one thing to provide homelessness services, to provide shelter, to do outreach, to provide housing, but to provide job training and job opportunities that can sustain individuals and sustain families is huge. That's really life-changing. So we're really, really grateful for that. I also want to give a shout out to our original angel donors, which was the Ballet Co Foundation. They funded the dream of the farm and Food for Good to start. And that is where we got to with the Women's Fund for them to fund the food truck. And so we're super grateful for them as well. But today's a big dream. I'm going to probably be the shortest speech of the day, so I know you guys are hungry and want to try it out, so I'm going to pass it back to Michael. But just thank you all for being here and supporting Good Samaritan and supporting this next step in our social venture, so thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. I just got the heads up that if I stand on this side of the truck, it's more likely to connect to the speaker, and you'll be able to hear me. So I will be refunding my Master of Ceremonies fee today. I apologize in advance for the newbie mistake. But anyway, hopefully you can all hear me better now. And again, apologies. I got to hear everything Carolyn said, so I loved it. But okay, next I have the honor of asking Father Larry Goslin of the Old Mission Santa Barbara to say a blessing over the Good Sandwich truck and the team members who will steward this into our community. Stay here. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Michael. You know, it's just incredible when we look at what a community can do, a community that can dream something and hope in something, and then it will come about. This is the incredible gift of this truck of Good Samaritan Ministries and everything that this represents. You know, what an incredible organization and development that you put together with the farm in Lompoc, with the truck here, with Good Samaritans, everything that's going to come out of this. So, so we have to dream. We have to dream. And I believe, and I know you believe also, that incredible things can come out of this community and will come out of this community because there is such goodness and such innovative kind of thinking that comes out of this community of Santa Barbara. So let us continue to intuit, innovate, and dream on what we can do. Okay? So we want to bless this beautiful truck, all that it represents, all that went into this truck, and all that it contains, both in food and in inspiration. So if you could extend your hands towards the truck, we want to offer this common blessing. Most loving God, we thank you for this, our gift of our community, and for the wonderful ingenuity and creative compassion that is found within this community. And we stand as both humble recipients of your goodness and grace, but also very courageous instruments that we can bring what is dreamed for into reality. We ask that you bless this truck as a symbol of the caring and the nourishment that comes forth from people who care and reach out to those who are in need. We ask you to bless this truck. May it be a sign of hope. May it be a sign of nourishment. May it be a sign of goodness and your constant providential care for us as people of God, but also people of Santa Barbara. We ask that you bless this truck and represent all that it represents to us. May everything be blessed. And we ask this in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you all. Thank you. Congratulations. Michael, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Father Gosselin. So I will release you to the food here in just a second, and I think you're going to be really pleased because we got a chance to taste all this a few weeks ago, and Donald and his team have done an amazing job. I think one more thing I would like to say before I is that however you are contributing to Good Samaritan, financially, just your support here today, everything that you do for us really matters. So thank you for everything. Just your good wishes. We appreciate everything that you put into this. I feel a little bit like the parent that sits down with their little child, because I'm here to tell you today that this is not the only food truck we're going to have. We were really lucky to announce that thanks to Ballyco, which was mentioned earlier, who's been part of our support over the years, they have agreed to fund a second food truck. So we are going to be doing even more jobs. Exactly. It's a real blessing. So honestly, the Women's Foundation, the Women's Fund, and then Ballyco, like financial supporters who are doing this for us. We really, it's impossible without you guys. So thank you for everything you've done for us. Thank you for the Women's Fund for making this celebration today possible, and thank you for the Ballyco for making a future celebration possible. So with that, I will allow you to, or I'll give it to, pass along to Marie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Maria Long, and I'm blessed to be part of this program, as you've seen me a part of many programs around Santa Barbara that care about the most vulnerable. So thank you for what you do. But the important part is cutting this ribbon so we can get this truck on the road so we can feed our folks, right? And you. So where's Laura? And she's going to help pull out the ribbon. And about this ribbon.
This is so much pressure. Like, what if they don't work? Do we need to say anything before we do it? No, that's it, right? Okay, here we go. 2, 3. It didn't. Just imagine, just dream. Should I do it again? I don't know. Let's try this. Do it fast. It could be me. Oh, it's pocket knife. I don't know if that's allowed. Now you can just rip it. I don't think they're going to really cut, maybe. Are you going to pull it? Yeah. Pull it on this side. Let's see if we can just make it tear. Yeah! You guys get some food.
Father Larry, what's going on in here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, this is the fridge right here, right?
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that cool?
Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah, it's got a lot of space. And then
Look
a
at
salad
that.
bar over here.
And this is all,
Yeah, this is going to be a salad bar area.
and this is all produced at the home pole.
Yeah, other produce from Lompoc.
Yeah, the produce is from the Bridge House Farm in Lompoc.
Oh my God.
We did go there one time. It was really fun to look at all the different
Oh my
fruits
God.
and vegetables growing there. It was really nice.
What incredible, isn't it? What a joyful place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice little area.
Look at this.
I mean, it's not, and then we got storage over here, and then, I'm sorry. Yeah, we got the range over here, and I think this is the fryer, this is deep fryer.
It all smells brand new, too.
I know, isn't
It
that
just
great?
smells brand new. All right, guys, thank you for giving me the tour.
Okay.
The women have.
That's awesome. That's really cool. That's exciting. Are you the driver? Awesome. You're on snapping some good stuff.
I think I got it.
Good. Absolutely. Thank you.
the film. Does it make you hungry?